Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sam. I'm a licensed hairstylist, and in today's video, we are gonna go over the entire Olaplex system. I'm gonna break down every single product, how to use it, what it's used for, who is it best for, and then at the end, I'm gonna do a demo, and I'm gonna show you how I use all of these products on my own hair. This is not sponsored. I do not work with Olaplex. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. However, at the salon where I work, we do carry their products, and I've been using them on clients for years and also on my own hair even longer than that, like way before I even became a licensed stylist. So I have a lot of experience with these products. I completely back them 100%. Like, they work. I swear by them, my clients swear by them, but you need to know how to use them properly and what they are meant for in order to get the best results. So there are currently 8 products in the entire Olaplex system, which is crazy because I remember when they first came out, when I had first heard about Olaplex years and years ago, there was only 1 and 2, and then I think they had came out with 3, but it was just a treatment and it was something that you could only get in a salon. But now they have so many products that non-professionals can use that are meant to be used at home, and I see a lot of confusion. I'll see some people say like, this didn't do anything for my hair, it didn't work for me. So we're gonna explain why that may be. So Olaplex is a bond building treatment. It's a reparative treatment for damaged hair. A lot of people, I think, will use these products, and especially the treatments, thinking that it's going to nourish their hair, add moisture to their hair, and be like a conditioning treatment or like a hair mask. That is not what these products are meant for. So if your hair is healthy, it just feels a little bit dry, then this isn't gonna really do anything for your hair. You're not gonna necessarily notice a big difference from the treatments, especially, because that's not what it's meant to do. I will have a link to their website in the description. They break it down if you wanna know, like, on a molecular level, the chemistry of how exactly it works. I am not a chemist personally, so I like to just explain it in layman's terms. And the best analogy that I have for it is, imagine you have a house and you go through with a sledgehammer and you're just knocking down all of the walls of that house. Eventually, if you knock down enough walls, what's gonna happen to that house? It's not gonna have any kind of stability or integrity, and it's just gonna end up collapsing and completely be destroyed from the inside out. So your hair is kind of the same way. Anytime you are doing a chemical service, particularly if you are lightening your hair, if you're applying a lot of heat to your hair, these are all things that will cause damage over time and weaken the bonds in your hair. And if you just keep doing this and keep doing this, eventually the hair is going to get so weak that it's just going to break or melt off. So Olaplex goes back in through the hair and it creates new bonds so that it strengthens the hair from within. So it can help repair any damage, and it can also help prevent future damage. So that is kind of how the whole system works. That is how like the brand kind of came to be and the purpose of these products. So now that you understand that, let's jump into each specific one and how to use them. What's cool about the system is that they're all numbered, so it makes it easier, I think, to kind of like know what order to use them in and what is what. So we're gonna start with Olaplex number 1. This is a salon only product. You cannot purchase this product without a cosmetology license. So you can actually add this into color or lightener, and it will kind of work proactively to help prevent any damage from happening. So if you think about when you're lightening hair, that lightener is going through and it's like eating away at the hair to remove all of the pigment. So the Olaplex at the same time is gonna go back through and it's gonna just kind of repair whatever damage the lightener is creating at the same time. So that way the hair will actually be left in a bit of a healthier state after you're done bleaching or lightening it. So I would say most often that is what I use this for. I will add this anytime I'm doing a lightening service on somebody. I will add this into my lightener, whether their hair is already healthy to begin with or it already has a little bit of damage. I just always like to use this. It's kind of like my insurance policy. But you can't take somebody whose hair is already so extremely compromised and like breaking off and then bleach it more and think, oh, well, I'm just gonna add Olaplex in it and their hair will be fine and it'll be healthier. No. I mean, once the hair is pushed past the point of no return, all you really can do is cut it off at that point, and you really shouldn't be bleaching it more, but this will help to prevent any further damage. So then we have Olaplex number 2. Now, number 1 and number 2 are meant to always be used together. So after you apply number 1 to your color or your lightener, after that color is done processing, you wash it out and then you immediately apply number 2, and you leave this on for a minimum of 10 minutes. And that just kind of helps to like finish the process of the bond constructing. You also can do number 1 and number 2 as a standalone treatment. So say somebody comes in and their hair is pretty damaged, they don't want to do any more color to it, they just want a reparative treatment to help strengthen their hair, then you can do 1 and 2 as just a treatment as well. And you'll actually see me do this on my own hair towards the end of the video, but you just basically put this in an applicator bottle, you mix it with water, apply it to clean wet hair, let it sit for a few minutes, follow it up with the number 2, let that sit for a minimum of 10 minutes, wash it out, and then the treatment is done. So that is number 1 and number 2. Both of these, like I said, are salon only. So only professionals can purchase and use these products. Moving on to number 3. This is the at-home treatment. So you can come into the salon and you can get the standalone number 1 and number 2 combined treatment, or you can purchase this yourself and do this at home. You apply it to damp towel dried hair and you leave it on for a minimum of 10 minutes. I have used this on my hair when it was very damaged. A few years ago, I bleached the crap out of my hair when it was already in a very compromised state. And as I was rinsing the foils out in the sink, my hair was literally falling out in clumps and it felt like spaghetti. It was so melted, so damaged, horrible. Didn't feel like hair anymore. I put this treatment on my hair, I left it in overnight. By the next morning when I rinsed it out, my hair actually felt like hair again. I couldn't even believe it. It was amazing. And you can use this as often as you want. What I like to do when I do this at home is when I know it's time for me to wash my hair, I'll get it wet, put the treatment in for a little bit, leave it for, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, however much time I have, and then I'll hop in the shower and shampoo and condition my hair like normal. So that's the number 3. But again, it is a reparative treatment for damage. It's not a conditioning treatment. It's not a hair mask. It's not gonna do anything as far as conditioning and moisturizing. So if your hair is not damaged, you're not gonna really notice any kind of difference from this treatment. Okay, now we're gonna kind of go backwards for a quick second. We're gonna talk about number 0. This is the newest product that they added to the line, and it's a little confusing that they made it 0. I think it's because they already had 1 through 7 before this came out, and then it wouldn't have really made sense to make it number 8, I feel like. I don't know. But number 0 is an at-home product, so anybody can purchase this, and it's meant to be combined with the number 3. This basically just helps to penetrate the hair a little bit more so that it can absorb the number 3 better, from my understanding. I'm gonna be honest, I have not used this yet. I haven't sold it to any clients because I just don't know if it's actually worth it or not. Because even Olaplex on their Instagram, they've said that you can just use the number 3 by itself. And the number 3 has existed now for years by itself. I've used it by itself and it works amazingly without this. So I'm not really sure how necessary this is, but this is a product that exists. When you're using this combined with the number 3, you're gonna do it in a similar way to how you would with the number 1 with the number 2. You apply the 0 first, leave it on for a few minutes, and then follow up with the number 3. Moving on to number 4 and 5, this is the shampoo and conditioner. These are amazing. These are for all hair types. This will nourish your hair though. So if your hair is dry, this will make it feel nice and soft and hydrated. The treatments are not meant to do that, but the shampoo and conditioner definitely will. I've used this on clients that have like the most coarse, brittle hair, and it just makes it so nice and smooth and soft. Makes it so much easier to brush through. Oh, it's beautiful. And the smell is amazing too. I love it. It has like a really nice citrusy smell. These products are very, very concentrated though. Like I can't stress that enough. So you don't want to use a lot of them. I know the bottles look kind of small. Trust me, they will last you a very long time. You only need the tiniest bit. You'll see in the demo how I use these, but you just want to take a little bit of the shampoo, really lather it well between your hands before you apply it to your wet hair. You don't want to just like squeeze out to your hand and then just immediately put it on your hair, because it's not going to lather as nicely and you're going to end up having to use more product than necessary. Take a little bit, rub it between your hands, you'll get a really nice lather. A little bit goes a long way. Same for the conditioner. It's very, very, very thick, so you only need a little bit of this. The number 6 Bond Smoother. This is the styling cream. I love to use this. I honestly use this on every client pretty much. I don't think there is anybody that I don't use this on. I love to apply this to wet hair right before I blow dry it to help smooth it out. This helps to reduce frizz. It's nourishing, moisturizing, and it helps to speed up blow dry time. And again, it has the same Olaplex technology in it, so it's just going to help maintain the bonds in your hair and help keep it nice and healthy and strong from within. This little bottle that I have at the salon, I've been using the same one since June and I still haven't finished it yet. And I use it, like I said, on every single client. It will last a long time. You only need a little small amount. Work it between your hands again, and then just evenly distribute it throughout the hair. I like to focus it on the mid-strand and the ends mainly. And then lastly, we have Olaplex number 7 Bonding Oil. Again, very concentrated, so you only need a little bit, because this is a really tiny bottle. But again, this also, I opened, this is the same one, right? Yeah, this I opened in June, and it is now February, and you can see I still have like a third of the bottle left. And I use this on clients, not just on myself. So just take a little bit of this. I like to just apply it to the ends of my hair and just to help smooth any flyaways. So those are all of the Olaplex products. I know people have also asked, can you overuse it? Will it make your hair dry and brittle over time? If you are familiar with keratin treatments or products that have a lot of keratin protein in them, yes, if you use those over and over and your hair does not need the extra protein, your hair can get dried out. It can become brittle and it can actually break off. Olaplex does not have keratin protein in it. It is not a keratin treatment. They're disulfide bonds. So it's a little bit different, so you cannot overuse it. You can use these products, the treatments, you can do it as often as you want, and it's not gonna have a negative effect on your hair. The worst thing that will happen is your hair's healthy and you don't need it, and so it doesn't do anything. So now that we went through all of the products, let's jump into the demo and I will show you how I use them on my own hair. So I'm gonna be doing the Olaplex Salon standalone treatment. So I'm gonna be using number 1 and number 2 on my hair. So I'm going to take 1/2 ounce of the Olaplex. Pour that into an applicator bottle, and then I'm going to add 3 ounces of water to this. Mix it up. So I need to apply this to clean wet hair. So I'm going to shampoo my hair with the Olaplex shampoo, and this should be interesting. Attempting to do it myself in the sink. And this shampoo is very thick and concentrated. Very flattering angle, by the way. So you want to really make sure that you're working it between your hands and getting a good lather before you apply it to your hair. I'm just going to squeeze out the excess water with a towel. Make sure the product is all mixed up. And then I'm going to apply this mainly to my ends because all of the color and lightener that I have on my hair is mostly on the ends. So that's really where I need the treatment the most. And then I'm just going to finger comb it through my hair to make sure that it's evenly saturated. You can use a wide tooth comb or a wet brush to do this as well. After the Olaplex number 1 has sat on my hair for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to apply Olaplex number 2 right on top of the number 1. So I'm not going to rinse that out. I'm just going to put this right on top, and again, finger combing it through to make sure it's fully saturated. Then I'm gonna leave that on for a minimum of 10 minutes and then shampoo and condition it with the Olaplex number 4 and 5. I'm just gonna apply some of the conditioner. I always like to focus it on the mid-strand and ends first, and then whatever little bit is left on my hands, I'll just kind of work through the roots. That was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. And my back, as you can tell from the back of this chair, totally drenched. All right, so now that the treatment is washed out of my hair, I'm all shampooed and conditioned, I'm going to brush through my hair and then I'm going to apply the number 6 styling cream. Just a little bit. This stuff, again, is very concentrated and it can be a little bit heavy if you apply too much of it. So depending on how much hair you have, I would say for my hair length and density, I'm gonna use about like a quarter size amount, maybe a little bit smaller than that, and just concentrate it on the mid-strand and the ends. I don't want to apply any of this to my root area because I don't want to weigh my hair down. And little pro tip, the styling cream and the conditioner, because they are so thick, you're gonna wanna store them upside down because otherwise all the product will get stuck at the bottom. And because it's so thick, it can be kind of difficult to get it out. So I just leave the bottles upside down and then that way it makes it a lot easier. So after I finish blow drying and styling my hair, I'm gonna take the number 7 bonding oil. And again, you don't wanna use too much of this, so I just take couple of drops, work it between my hands, and then I just concentrate it on the ends of my hair, and I'm like barely just grazing over the ends of my hair so that I'm like very lightly applying it. You don't want to get like a whole glob in one spot. I mean, that's with any oil. And then just like my little baby flyaways, I'm just gonna kind of smooth those down. You never, with any kind of oil, want to apply it up to the root area because that's just going to make your hair look oily and get greasier faster. So you want to just really concentrate it on the ends and just any kind of flyaways that you may have. So this is how my hair looks after using all of the products, all but 0 and 3. So we did 1 and 2 as a standalone treatment, shampooed and conditioned with numbers 4 and 5, applied number 6 before my blowout, and then number 7 at the very end after it was styled. So I hope that this video was helpful and cleared some things up for you, and now you have a better understanding of what Olaplex is, how it works, how to use it, etc. I will link all of these products that I mentioned in the description. Like I said, I also will link Olaplex's website in the description. Any other questions that you might have, they really do a good job of explaining everything on their website, and they're also very responsive on their Instagram as well. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them on there. If you liked this video and you found it informative, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. If you'd like to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to also go follow me over on my Instagram page, and I'll see you really soon in my next video. Bye.